ready for your weekly dose of pixie dust with Disney Coast to Coast.
Hey folks, and welcome to Disney Coast to Coast, the ultimate unofficial Disney fan podcast. I'm Jeff DePauli.
I'm Patrick Dougal.
And Patrick,
what?
I have to start by mentioning a viewer, Disneyland Dude. Hey Disneyland Dude, do you remember a couple episodes ago we had talked about how Disney doesn't create like original attractions anymore, everything's based on a franchise, and I said that I think the most recent was Soarin', which was 2001. Disneyland Dude disagrees. And he's right, if this is the latest one, perhaps, Expedition Everest, 2006. So that's not based on...
Kind of Matterhorn-ish.
No. And even if that were the case, Matterhorn's not really based on a franchise, even though it was inspired by a Walt film. I think Expedition Everest is a really good answer. Possibly the right answer. I'm not 1,000% sure, though.
However, when was Countdown to Extinction?
To 1998.
Oh, okay.
Because it opened with Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
Yeah. You didn't know that?
No, but then it got changed to Dinosaur.
Yeah, but it's still the same ride. And became
Based
a
on
franchise. Yeah. So it was an original attraction called Countdown to Extinction.
Yeah, that's a newer theme.
And then it became Dinosaur, which was based on... Oh God, when was that film made? Who remembers
2002?
Dinosaur? Was it then? That's the one, that's the Disney film that shot real scenery and put digital dinosaurs into the real scenery. So yes, that's great. Well, I guess Pirates was the same thing. It was, an original attraction that became a franchise. So,
yeah.
In any case, Thank you, Disneyland Dude. Thanks for writing in. Expedition Everest 2006. I definitely beat Soarin', which was 2001, and I think maybe the correct answer. If you disagree with Disneyland Dude, shoot us an email, disneycoasttocoast@gmail.com. Leave a comment, whatever.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Anyway, shall we get on to this week's news?
Yeah.
Lots of sad stuff happening.
Yeah.
Lots of sad stuff. Let's start with the Mad Tea Party at Disney California Adventure.
Yeah.
You were there.
I was there.
You went for the last night.
Yeah.
Now, was there an official name for Mad Tea Party fans? Or were they the Mad Hatters, or were they? I think I
don't know.
No? Okay. I think they should be like the Mad Tea Maniacs or something. So let's just call them that. The Mad Tea Maniacs. We're there with a vengeance. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Pat's a Mad Tea Maniac. He went out. What made you go closing night?
It's a closing night of a fun event.
And here's my question. You kind of seem like the type of person that no matter what it is, if it's closing and if it's Disney, you're going to go.
No.
No? Okay. So you did have some sort of emotional connection to Mad Tea Party.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to know this by me from now that I love Disney entertainment.
Sure.
Specifically, shows like Aladdin and Map and Mad Tea. There's some, atmosphere entertainment. I could care less about
Newsies last show, Newsboys. I'd be there.
That's not atmosphere. I feel like atmosphere like Disneyland Band. I didn't the old one.
Okay.
But they ended, but I didn't care.
Don't say you didn't care.
I didn't go out for it.
Okay, fair enough.
A specific if you have a showtime on the thing. But
I gotcha.
But still, even Five and Dime's cool, but I like News Car better or Newsboys better. Yeah. So I wouldn't. If the Five and Dime was closing, I'd be like, bye.
It'd be nice if they bring that the full seize the day for Newsboys. That'd be nice.
Of course, Mad Tea was it wasn't like an atmosphere. It was a full on production.
And there's definitely community.
Oh yeah,
of Mad Tea Party fans. So how was that final night? I saw a video of it online.
It was pretty packed. Obviously, the whole area was full of people. It was emotional-ish. At least I think for the cast members who worked it and some of the hardcore people. But they did a lot more than I thought they were gonna do. They played some songs that were never a part of their sets.
Oh, that's cool.
Even after the last song, they did 3 encore songs.
Didn't you see a photo from backstage that said instead of the Mad Tea Party, it said?
Oh, and the quote in Alice in Wonderland is "We're all mad here," and they crossed out the M and wrote an S, and it said "We're all sad here."
Oh, so sad. The sad tea party.
The sad tea party.
Actually, that would be a funny thing if If somebody, like those copycat parks or like the Simpsons attraction at Universal that like makes fun of Disney, the Sad Tea Party should be a
Tea
thing.
Party.
Just depressed musicians.
But it was definitely. I'm glad I went out for it. Like, obviously, I'm gonna miss the event, but I think it was a good send off.
Yeah, I know there's like a really nice heartfelt speech at the end by the Mad Hatter, who is he like the main? He's the one I always see.
Yeah, I think he's the one who's been doing it the longest.
Isn't he a Dapper Dan?
I have no idea.
Pretty sure he's a Dapper Dan as well. But in any case, he gave a really nice speech about like respecting the next group of people that come in and
Food and wine.
Food and wine, yeah. So yeah, it was really lovely, and it's funny because not only this, but the next thing we'll talk about as well, which or coming up, and it was Dream Along with Mickey. I didn't really have emotional connections. I enjoyed them all. Didn't have like super emotional. It's not like Fantasmic for me. Yet I still find myself getting super emotional.
I know.
And I was that way because I
like Matt T was like, it was like, I was like disappointed it was leaving. It was nowhere close to Aladdin.
Yeah. That's like different level.
I was like super sad. Yeah. Matt T, I was just like, oh, I mean, this is nice, but
yeah.
But
well, especially
I still,
since nothing's coming.
Yeah,
I think that's
exactly.
just like, it's like punch, we're closing. Gut punch.
But
nothing's coming. So that's kind of a bummer. But yeah, working in theater for so long, I was the worst because like working in regional theater where shows change every month, every month it'd be like, oh yeah, goodbye.
I think
like,
the coolest part is like if you remember, like they do the 2 finales and they bring out the camera and they usually show the audience. Well, they didn't do that because they panned back to the secondary dance stage and they had
cool.
all the cast members.
I just got chills.
All the cast members who worked at Mad T, and it was just like, oh, that's sweet.
I literally just got chills. That's lovely.
Yeah.
So farewell, Mad Tea Party. Thank you so much for the time we had. As I've said before, I think they were on borrowed time anyway. I don't think they were originally intended to come back. So, it was great. This, especially the 60th anniversary edition.
Yeah.
Loved it. So
Diamond.
thank you to everybody involved with that. And of course, we have to say thanks Shanghai for that because that's what's going on. Everything's closing because of Shanghai is going over budget.
You couldn't close World of Color?
Yeah, seriously. Honestly, yeah. Or maybe like an abridged version. We're gonna have to cut out Neil Patrick Harris.
Oh, that's fine.
Oh, okay, fine.
No problem.
But another thing that happened at DCA.
He gets royalties every night at the show.
Does he really?
No,
I was gonna say, jeez. Oh man. Another thing that's happening at Disney California Adventure due to Shanghai, although they're blaming the Epcot. I keep calling it the Epcot Food and Wine Festival. It's the Disney California Adventure Food and Wine Festival. Pixar Play is going on a hiatus until it returns.
It is on a hiatus.
It's on hiatus. It returns Tuesday, May 3rd.
Supposedly.
You don't think it will? It's on schedule on the site.
Okay.
Because I checked the website and it says no schedule available up until Tuesday, May 3rd. It's the 5:30 parade or something, whatever it is.
We'll see.
Do you really think?
I don't know.
I think they're coming back. But yeah, speaking of food and wine, though, have you done it at all? I haven't done anything yet. Yeah, I gotta go do that. I'm in no rush personally.
Yeah, I haven't had time.
Yep, tell me about it. Welcome to my life. But another thing, let's talk about some more closures, shall we? The final Dream Along with Mickey occurred at Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
What was it, 10 years?
Yes.
Okay. Ready for a change. But man, once again, watching this video, a show, I mean, you've probably seen 1 billion times, right? I've seen it a handful of times. Got super emotional watching that final show with Mickey, Goofy, Minnie, and Donald, like, with their arms wrapped around each other. So sad. So sad. And then, oh God, some of the cast just wouldn't leave the stage. I think the Maleficent made the last departure.
She's like, I'm not leaving.
Yeah, it was quite a grand exit. But while we're on this though, can I ask, why is Pluto being excluded so much? This is driving me crazy. No Pluto in Dream Along with Mickey. No Pluto in Paint the Night. Like, they're the Fab Five, not the Fab Four. That's a different group. So, what's up with Pluto's exclusion? I'm not happy with this.
Thanks, Shanghai.
Yeah, thanks, Shanghai. So yeah, Dream Along with Mickey had its last show, and anything you want to say about it? It was pretty much the standard show, I think, with much more applause and
audience.
Yeah, and once again, the just at the end, it was like nobody wanted to leave the stage, and it's so sad. And I think the new show's coming this summer,
yes, right? They've already demolished the stage.
Yep.
They're like redoing the whole stage.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's like the front of the castle's like under construction.
Again. Oh, man. What is that? I'm not going to be under construction. Crazy.
I'm excited for the new show.
Me too.
I think since I moved out here, I kind of like disconnected from the show a little bit.
Yeah.
Still loved it. I know all the song lyrics. Great.
Of course you do.
I'm gonna miss like going down Main Street singing Castle Party. But I'm
sure they'll rework the song into some Disneyland thing.
Yeah, I'm excited that they're adding newer princesses into it.
Yeah, should be good.
Funny enough, I don't know if you've seen, they actually put out like a promo for Walt Disney World, how every park is getting a new thing this year.
Yeah.
And it was like Hollywood Studios was getting Star Wars, and nighttime for Animal Kingdom. Well, for Magic Kingdom, it was the castle show, but obviously, the new castle show, but obviously they don't have footage from it.
Oh.
So they used Mickey and the Magical Map footage.
That's
they
great.
used like Rapunzel and Flynn and then Tiana coming out. I'm like, that's not...
That's okay. That's okay. I remember when, this is so random going on a tangent, but I remember when the Indiana Jones Adventure was premiering. This was before it opened. There was something on the Disney Channel or whatsoever. They used Phantasmic music. How weird is that?
Yeah.
That's kind of weird. Use Phantasmic music.
I just thought it was funny. They're like, this show has Rapunzel and Tiana, so let's just take map footage. No one will know.
It's better than Festival of Fantasy footage.
No, they used some.
Did they?
They used Rapunzel on the float, then her singing with Flynn, and then Tiana coming out on like the paint thing when she comes out on that.
Oh, fun.
But I was like, that's obviously not what it's gonna look like.
They're in rehearsal. It's all good. It's all good. Should be fun. Something I'm dying to talk to you about, because you had such extreme feelings about the After Hours add-on at the Magic Kingdom.
This is not new, because I heard this the same time the After Hours one. This one's now official.
Okay. This is an atrocity.
I feel it's the same response I'm gonna have.
This is embarrassing.
Because, yeah.
Early morning magic at the Magic Kingdom. Details first. $69 for an adult, $59 for a child, plus you need admission to the park. Okay? That's the big thing. Like, you can't even come in just for those whatever amount of hours it is, and like they don't want to have to deal with making people exit the park. So you need normal admission plus that. And here's the best part. The only thing you get really as far as ride early admission is Winnie the Pooh, Seven Dwarfs, and Peter Pan. Now, granted, those are long lines. And a breakfast at Pinocchio Village House for breakfast, but this is insane. Like, this is insane. They're saying there's a super limited amount of tickets. There better be, because I don't see this taking off. Mm-hmm. It's only limited days. I don't know. Like, you nothing. You got nothing to say.
Nope.
This is stupid.
Nope. Maybe the only reason I would ever do this if it was like,
I would do After Hours before this in a heartbeat.
If it was like sunrise, no one on Main Street, there's like, you can get a picture of like you with no one on Main Street and just like, I don't know.
Just get there early in the morning. You can do that. Like,
it's not, if it opens at 9, no. But this is what I don't understand, because it's,
thanks, Shanghai.
It's like I said before, if you're a hotel guest, you get an EMH anyway. Mm-hmm. It might not be at Magic Kingdom that day, but one of them will be at Magic Kingdom. Same thing over at Disneyland. If you stay at one of the parks is open an hour earlier for resort guests.
Yeah.
So
this is insane to me.
Nope.
Now, if you had to do early morning magic or the After Hours. Now, After Hours is more expensive. It's $149, but you are also
the After Hours, definitely. Because you get like ice cream and like stuff.
It always comes. Well, you get breakfast with the early morning. The thing that's crazy to me is with the early morning, it's 3 attractions you get early access to. 3. The After Hours, at least you got a lot more options than that. This is insanity to me. It's almost insulting. It's actually not insulting. It's embarrassing.
So if you want to stay the longest at Magic Kingdom, you get a $69 opening, like a $100 park ticket, and then a $150 night.
Yeah, so it's over $300
a person.
It's around $315, $310 per person.
Yeah.
To have the longest day ever at the Magic Kingdom.
Or you can add $200 more to that and just get an annual pass.
True. Yeah, I After Hours was only certain nights as well, right? So I doubt that the early morning, but still, you get the point. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. And I literally laughed out loud when I read this. I was like, this is ridiculous. They should do this with Hollywood studios. Everybody wants to be there early, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Some more insane news. Rivers of Light is postponed.
Yes.
Did we not just announce the date that it was opening? Like just a few weeks ago? I have no problem with it being postponed. I get it. Things happen. You got to work on it. I just don't understand how they didn't know this a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
This is crazy and disappointing. It was supposed to open April 22nd, which is right around the corner, and it's not.
And there's no date.
Yeah, there's no date. They haven't given a date, which to me kind of means...
Soon-ish, maybe, somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah, to me that means pretty big problems. I've heard something like about the GPS of the barges aren't working and they've been crashing into each other, but is that really... That, I mean, I don't know. I'm sure there's a very good reason.
I think I saw like a tweet or something, and someone was like, a tram driver at Animal Kingdom was just like, yeah, we're getting new nighttime stuff, and then Rivers of Light will be opening sometime this year.
Yeah. Let's hope before October, or else I'll be very angry. Yeah.
That'd be a long pushback.
It has to be a summer. It has to be ready by summer. But yeah, it's a bummer. But that doesn't stop stuff from opening at Disney's Animal Kingdom because we're still getting the After Dark Kilimanjaro Safaris, which is, I don't know, which are you more excited for, Rivers of Light or...
Oh, Rivers of Light.
Okay, me too. I didn't know. You love animals, so I didn't know. Maybe. But that's going to be cool. They're actually going to be doing a different route for it, and there's going to be longer stops, which to me probably means you can't go to certain areas after dark, and because of that, it's going to feel short if we don't have longer stops.
Yeah.
That's how I interpret that, but that's cool. There's also going to be 2 new species, including African wild dogs and hyenas, because I guess they come out at night? I don't know.
Sure. You've seen The Lion King?
I'm sure we'll learn this. Hyenas never come out during the day? I don't know. But I'm sure we'll learn all about that on the Kilimanjaro Safaris after
Nighttime
dark.
tour.
Yeah. So yeah, let's see. There's gonna supposedly be no like official announcement transition between daytime and nighttime tours. So you're just gonna kind of like pay attention to the sun.
Yeah, watch the sun.
Yeah. And
Don't
then,
look at it too long.
Yeah, or you'll go blind. And then the other treks are still closing for nighttime. But the Tree of Life Awakens.
Yes.
Have you seen video of this?
I have.
What do you think?
Looks cool.
I'm kind of over the map projection. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of like, it's been done. We get it. It's cool. It's a nice little bonus, I guess, considering we're gonna be there after dark anyway.
I think yes, the map projection has been done. I'm excited to see something new.
Sure.
Because I was gonna lie, another theme park did it, and it just got me really excited about it again.
Oh, I see. Yes.
So
The thing that I noticed, correct me if I'm wrong, I remember seeing the video quickly, there wasn't any franchise stuff in there, like no Lion King or anything, right? So like Rivers of Light, it's going to be IP free, which is nice and exciting. So I'm looking forward to that. So, and then of course the Harambe Wildlife Party and the Discovery Island Carnival are all going to be like dance parties and stuff. So they got a good amount of stuff. I know everybody's talking about Rivers of Light and everybody's bummed that it's not happening April 22nd, but April 22nd has a lot of cool stuff coming to Disney's Animal Kingdom. It's officially becoming a full day park. So this is very exciting. Maybe they'll just be like, oh, no. You still have to leave at this hour. It's an additional add-on price.
I wouldn't doubt it.
What if you had to pay add-on for Rivers of Light?
No, I probably would do it.
I would at least once, definitely. There's where you make the money, Disney. Thanks, Shanghai.
The Rivers of Light dessert party.
Yeah.
No,
know that's gonna happen.
100% they're having at least a dining package.
Yeah.
At like Yak and Yeti or something.
Yeah, and the new one. What's the new restaurant called at Animal Kingdom? Blanking. Can't remember.
Ishim and...
Nope, that isn't it. No. You made that up.
Yep.
Well, Disney's Animal Kingdom isn't the only park with changes. Hollywood Studios, Disney's Hollywood Studios, they are officially closed. Not the whole park.
Pretty much.
But
half of it.
Streets of America, gone.
Yes.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids movie set playground,
Gone.
Lights, Motors, Action,
Gone.
Stream Stunt Show, gone. It all happened, guys. It's gone. And, the times they are changing. And mega stuff coming our way. But yeah, that all happened, and because of that,
I'm like the only person who couldn't care less.
stop being mean. Stop being mean.
Never went over to that section.
Streets of
in
America
Hollywood
was such a
Studios.
beautiful area. You never did Osborne Lights. You're not.
I
sad.
did Osborne Lights all the time.
Yeah.
I just didn't care for Christmas lights.
Patrick. We're gonna close math because you're being so mean.
No, there's
happening.
there's difference between a Christmas light and live performance.
Somebody choreographed those lights.
And
live performance. Hello, Extreme Stunt Show, the most expensive show Disney ever put on.
yeah, why? Thanks.
Is it still in Paris? If you're watching, no, it's not. Because I know it originated in Paris.
hope not.
If you're watching in Paris, let us know. I'd
It's
love to
not
know.
Disney.
It is Disney. It's just not based on a franchise. You're the problem.
No, because then Cars was added into it, and there's a
That's
franchise.
true. But only a little bit. It's still not really a franchise. Imagine if Disney owned the Bourne Identity. If Disney owned the Bourne Identity, then Lights, Motors, Action would still be running, and it would be called Lights, Motors, Action, Bourne
Bourne
Identity, Extreme Stunt Show.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah. So in any case, it's all closed, guys, which means construction walls are up. And with construction walls comes artwork of upcoming attractions, including Toy Story Land, which of course is going to be coming before Star Wars Land. And the artwork's a bit different than what they originally showed us. So supposedly the Slinky Dog roller coaster is kind of like an abridged version. It's not as intense or as extreme or as big as it was originally intended. So I kind of feel like the whole I don't know. Are you excited about Toy Story Land at all? I really don't care. I'm going to tell you, there's one thing that could happen that would excite me.
I think it's a upgrade from what was there.
No, this was Streets of America, right?
No, this is
Like over
back
back by where the studio tour entrance was, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So not Streets of America.
Yeah,
I might go into it, but it's back. It's gonna connect with the Toy Story area, existing one.
Yeah. So I really sincerely hope and think that they should reuse something from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, like the giant Play-Doh or something, because we're going to Andy's backyard. So I think that would be nice. Maybe the Super Soaker. Listen, if I can't have it, they should reuse it. That's how I feel. So yeah, I'm hoping for that. But talking about Disney's Hollywood Studios. Mm-hmm. Remember a couple episodes ago, I went on a rant about a certain show in Paris?
Yeah.
Well, far worse. A galaxy far, far away.
Yeah.
Have you seen this?
No.
Not at all?
I've seen pictures and video, and I didn't even know it was happening.
It's a train wreck. No. I said Forest of Enchantment or whatever the heck it was called was a train wreck. This is like a train wreck and a car crash and a plane crash mixed together.
To me,
a spaceship crash.
To me, it just looked like a bunch of characters walking on stage, and they're like, here they are, and then that's it.
That's exactly what it was. Here's the thing. Disney is trying to do this thing, and I get it. They're trying to introduce Star Wars to their audience. Mm-hmm. For all these people who don't know what Star Wars is, who are these people that don't know what Star Wars is? It's one of the greatest, biggest franchises of all time. If you're the slightest bit interested in it, you know who these characters are. You don't need to be introduced. And if you don't know who they are, you don't care. Mm-hmm. So you're not going to stop and watch a show called Star Wars: A Galaxy Far, Far Away. Like, this was embarrassing. Ugh. There are 3 LED screens.
Yeah.
It just shows clips. It's basically, what's the thing we have in Tomorrowland called?
Path of the Jedi.
Path of the Jedi. Basically showing clips like that from Path of the Jedi. And then, like, after a good amount of clips, a character will come out. So R2-D2 and C-3PO come out. And they basically do nothing. They wave and they beep and they walk off stage. That is repeated with Darth Maul, Chewbacca, Boba Fett, Stormtroopers and Darth Vader, Phasma and Kylo Ren, BB-8, who doesn't even roll out on stage. He comes up on an elevator because it's not even like a remote control BB-8. And in the biggest insult and smack in the face that this show does, guess what they all do at the end? Guess what they all...
Do they dance?
No, they don't dance.
I would love it.
But everybody I just mentioned walks out on the stage.
And they do a picture moment.
And they do a picture moment Ladies and gentlemen, if Kylo Ren and Chewbacca are standing on the same stage and aren't trying to kill each other, there's a problem. Okay, that is so out of character, it drives me crazy. I went ballistic watching this video.
They should just bring back Dancing with the Star Wars Stars.
No, that does not need to happen. Talk about breaking character. And then, of course, add insult to injury. Now there's a stage in front of the beautiful Chinese theater again. This is all around a mess. And as my friend AJ said, he goes, if working in like the choreography of your movie screens is part of the show, that means there's nothing interesting to see. And how does the show start? You see an LED screen like rise up. And that's supposed to excite the audience. It was so bad. I was really angry watching this. I'm so sick of being angry watching Disney productions. Why is this happening? Pat? Shanghai. Thanks, Shanghai. And that's the other thing that drove me crazy. I was thinking to myself, they closed Mad Tea Party, something that already existed, and spent money on this piece of crud. Oh my God.
They needed to put something there.
No, they really didn't. Like, they didn't. Why did they need to?
Because half of it is closed.
What do you... Oh, well, I see what you're saying, because there's not enough to do in the park now. That was not the answer, okay?
Well, it obviously was a short-minute decision, and they had to put it together in a week.
You need to see it, because it is so
I just
lazy.
basically guessed what it was.
But it's so lazy. But nothing.
This is terrible, but it's true. People love taking photos of characters.
Sure.
And this is just what that is.
I'd rather a parade where they come out and like, I don't even care. They can come out and I'd rather them march down the street and wave than this show where they're friends on stage. Ugh. I've gotten over the fact, I've had to get over the fact that just because characters dies in movies doesn't mean they still don't exist in theme parks. That drives me crazy enough. I accept it. I have a hard time watching Chewbacca and Kylo Ren stand next to each other waving with smiles. Kylo Ren, I couldn't tell if he was smiling.
Do you find it weird that Rapunzel has long hair in the parks?
Yes! I find it weird that Ariel has a fin. Sometimes she has a fin. That confuses me.
She doesn't.
I understand. Like,
she learned to morph.
Apparently. I know this is not important stuff. This is not what I should be thinking about. It's what I think about. Continuity is key. It's important.
If you want to meet Beast, you can meet him and be our guest.
Yeah, he should be a prince, but whatever. It's drives me. That's like I said. I get that. I accept it. I move on. This Star Wars thing was a train wreck. Is that all I have to say about it? Yeah,
sure.
I think so. It was so bad. Now that I got that off my chest, let's talk something good Star Wars, shall we?
Rogue One
trailer came out. Woo! Did it get you excited?
Yeah.
It looks pretty darn good.
Woo!
I enjoyed it very much. Woo! Forrest Whitaker.
Yes.
That's a good thing. Mm-hmm. We know Vader's coming.
Yeah.
It's a good thing. What are those land walkie things
AT-ATs.
called? AT-ATs, which stands for what?
AT-ATs.
Okay. So the AT-ATs are in the film, which is kind of fun.
Yeah, so far we've only seen them in episode 5 at Hoth, so they're on like a desert this time.
Yeah.
Super cool.
It looks good that we have some of the memorable John Williams score, even though I'm sure he's not scoring it. But then like there was some like electric guitar added, so that could not be in the film. Who knows? But I kind of like this. It's definitely a Star Wars movie, but it definitely seems like they're going their own little way.
Yeah.
It's great. Do you think we're going to get the crawl at the beginning? Or do you think we're going to save that for the saga?
No.
You don't think so? I think we are, but I wish we weren't.
I don't know.
I mean, like, even the animated series have a crawl, don't they?
Okay.
I think,
maybe.
Right? I think there will be a crawl. I think that would really... listen, I think it took people a long time to accept the fact that we don't get the 20th Century Fox fanfare before the movie, and we've accepted and moved on. I think to remove the crawl would probably kill a few people. I think it'll be there, but like I said, I wish that were like specific to the saga.
Yeah, I don't know.
And frankly, I think they should be numbered. Even though,
I mean, it seemed like when this trailer came out, if you didn't know what it was going to be about already, people were confused where it took place, and what was actually happening. So it probably makes sense in terms of like helping people figure out where this movie actually takes place, which it takes place in between 3 and 4.
So we could just call it Rogue One 3.7, and that would clear a lot of things up.
Yeah.
They should all have a 3.5, 3.7. Honestly, that would help a lot. It would sound terrible, but it would help a lot. Episode 3.7.
Why 7? 3.5?
Because I feel like it's closer to 4 than it is to 3. I could be mistaken, but that's where my gut's telling me.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Sure.
But in any case, it did look very good. I'm excited about it. I want to hop back to, no pun intended here, hop back to the Hollywood studios for a second, because with the closing of Streets of America, did you know that Muppet Vision 3D used to be part of Streets of America? It was, technically. That was technically what it's called. Yeah. It's got a new name. It's the Muppet Courtyard now.
Makes sense.
Which consists of Muppet Vision 3D, Mama Melrose's, and Pizza Planet, which the rumors are is becoming a Muppet restaurant. I like this. I like the fact that we're getting a Muppet name in the park. I have to say, I'm a diehard Muppet guy. Where are you on the level of Muppet fandom? You're like
7.
7? Okay. That's a good score. So, obviously, we're not getting as much Muppets as we want in the parks, but I honestly can't blame the company. I feel like they've given them a lot of opportunities, 2 movies, a TV series, lots of guest appearances. I just don't think kids are, like, the people who love them and will, but we're going to die off. Younger people don't seem to be jumping on this bandwagon, and it's kind of a bummer. And so, like, the fact that Muppet Vision 3D isn't in DCA anymore, I'm bummed, but it makes sense. So I'm just happy to see that, like, they're still alive and well, and hopefully even getting some more stuff at Hollywood Studios. I think that's great. And in addition to that, oh my goodness, Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem are going to be live on stage. They're part of the Outside Lands Music Festival 2016 in San Francisco at the Golden Gate Park. This is cool. You've seen the Muppets live before. Not them, but you've seen, like, Kermit and stuff live?
Yeah.
Where did you see? Actually, have you? I have a bunch, and it's awesome. Have you seen them live?
Yeah, it was like a talk show.
Oh, okay. Which talk show?
I don't remember.
Oh, I bet you it was Queen Latifah.
I think it was.
It was Queen Latifah. Nice. Yeah, he went to Queen Latifah, folks.
I got free. I have Radio Music Festival tickets.
Yeah, we went to the Radio Music Festival, or what's it called? Radio.
No.
iHeartRadio. Yeah. In Vegas.
Radio.
Yeah. Anyway, we digress. But let's just say I actually think this is great because the age group of people that will be at this, diehard Muppet people, I'm sure. There are going to be groups like Radiohead, Duran Duran, Third Eye Blind, and so many more. If you're a Muppet fan and you're near San Francisco, I highly suggest going. That'll be awesome. And once again, thank you to the Walt Disney Company for, like, continuing to expose them, even though we're still not renewed for a second season, are we? I don't believe so.
I never watched.
You never watched any? You watched, like, the pilot, right? You didn't watch. You're part of the problem. That 7 just became a 6.
Yeah.
I just lowered it to a 6.
Okay.
You're like, I'm fine with that.
I'm more of a Sesame Street fan.
You are. You're a diehard Sesame Street fan. That's right. Yeah. I'm more of a Muppet guy. But in any case, moving on from there, we're going to talk about a cool movie. Of course, the live action films. We got Alice coming out again, and there's so many. But Red, where did this come from? You know about Red?
Yeah.
This is, well, the official description is the story is a revisionist take that transposes Rose Red into the Snow White tale, making her a key player in the later moments of the classic story. When Snow takes a bite from the iconic poison apple and falls into her sleeping death, her estranged sister, Rose Red, must undertake a dangerous quest with Grumpy and the other dwarfs to find a way to break the curse and bring Snow White back to life. Sounds interesting. I like it.
Yeah.
But what? Would you rather just a live-action Snow White?
No. I feel like there's been a lot of live-action Snow White tellings lately.
Oh, yeah. Those are not good.
No. But there's been a lot of live-action everything. Obviously, we're getting a Disney Jungle Book that comes out this week, and then a Warner Brothers one that comes out next year.
Disney Jungle Book just got a sequel.
Look at that.
Greenlit.
Yeah,
Jungle Book 2.
But I can tell you that it deserves it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I guess it's exciting. I mean, Snow White's not my favorite story. It's the original, I know.
It's the original.
But
Walt would kill you.
I'll see it.
Yeah. Yeah, obviously I'll have to see some concept art and footage and stuff to really decide if I'm excited. But I'm excited that it's not like the same old thing.
Yeah.
I like the twists, Yeah.
I didn't for Maleficent. Going back to that.
Go back to the Maleficent episode. I don't think we were that harsh on it.
I didn't like it.
I don't know the Blu-ray.
I think you liked it. I didn't like it because I just wanted it to be she's evil. That's Maleficent.
Yeah, she wasn't evil enough for you. Yeah.
Anyway, we'll see what happens. Obviously, there's a lot of live action movies coming out. I'm more excited for Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast is phenomenal, and
we're getting Mulan.
Cruella, I'm kind of excited about.
Mulan's still happening, and Cruella.
Mulan will be fantastic.
Yeah.
If Mulan isn't fantastic, then they hired the wrong people because it lends itself to being fantastic. So, in any case, we digress. And now for some smack you over the head news. Some stuff we don't normally talk about on here. We don't usually get into the corporate politics stuff, but something happened that needs to be discussed.
Yes.
And that was that Tom Staggs, who was next in line to take over the Walt Disney Company, has stepped down from his position as COO. If you know anything about corporate America, usually when you step down, it means you were asked to. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure that nothing's different in this situation, but this leaves the company in a kind of precarious situation. And Bob Iger's set to retire in 2018. And from what I hear, he still plans on retiring in 2018. I don't know. What do you, any thoughts?
Well, I'll take this moment to tell you that I'll be stepping in.
Oh,
yeah.
Very nice. Are you going to sue this podcast for using the name?
We'll see. I don't know. It's.
I feel bad. Like all around, I feel bad. Listen, this is never an easy decision. I'm sure it was heartbreaking for Staggs. I'm sure the company wasn't. From all the reports, Bob Iger and Tom Staggs were good friends or are good friends. I don't know if this is. Obviously, I'm not in that circle, but. It's like it's even to the point that Staggs is not going to be present at the opening of Shanghai. And that's kind of been his baby because before he was COO, he was head of parks and resorts. And he was hugely involved in Shanghai. So, there's a lot of nasty political stuff going on. And more importantly, it's like, well, who's going to take over? And I am absolutely not against bringing in somebody from outside the company. How do you feel about that?
Depending on who and what they did.
How do you feel about John Lasseter?
The whole company?
Yeah. How do you feel? Ooh. I love Lasseter.
Yeah, but I don't think
he's the right guy for the job. I think listen, the perfect situation, we go back to Walt and Roy, we go back to Michael Eisner and Frank Wells together. Two people, creative and business. Mm-hmm. That's, in my opinion, where it should always be. It scares me when there's just one business mind at the front. And honestly, same thing if it were just John Lasseter and it was like a guy who's extraordinarily creative and I love, but it would be like me running the company, would go bankrupt in a year or two. It'd be like Magical Map needs 30 more performers, Paint the Night needs 10 more floats. Like, that's the kind of what not in the budget? I don't understand what that means. Find the money. Like, that's the kind of people that creative people are. Like, that's what we're going to do. So, Kathleen Kennedy. That's my vote. Kathleen Kennedy, who currently runs Lucasfilm, who is a producer genius. If you don't know who Kathleen Kennedy is, she literally made every movie that we grew up with. E.T., Jurassic Park, The Goonies, so many. Like
Indiana Jones, Star Wars. She was on Force Awakens, and she's coming back for the reboot of Indiana Jones, as well as Frank Marshall, who they're
married. But literally one of the greatest producers of all time. Obviously very creative because she made those movies, and obviously very business savvy because she made those movies. She's a producer. I think if it's going to be one person, I know she just took over Lucasfilm, but let's give Kathleen Kennedy a shot at the Walt Disney Company.
But then will she have time for Indiana Jones 5?
I don't care, frankly. She will bring in a new producer. I think she'd be great. I would love to see 2 coming. Yeah, you like it, don't you? High five that. Boom. Should happen. Or what if Kathleen Kennedy and John Lasseter? Dreams come true. Oh my God.
Would John Lasseter try to pump more cars into the park? Not for it.
She would say no. She'd say, well, it might actually be one of the better things he could do as far as making money is concerned. Like, more toys, more car toys. Yeah, I don't know. I hope things go well for Tom Staggs. When similar things happened to Katzenberg, he went off and created DreamWorks. So who knows what's next for Tom Staggs? It's not a good situation for anybody. I will say this, though. They're saying Bob Iger's retiring in 2018. I called bull roar.
Yeah, I don't think he will.
Because, for 2 reasons. Number one, they're going to beg him to stay until they figure this out. And if Star Wars Land isn't opened by then, he is waiting for Star Wars Land to open. Guys, if you weren't at the D23 Expo, he was giddy as a 3-year-old girl announcing Star Wars Land. Like, he took somebody else's thunder to make that announcement and was very excited to. He's going to be there opening day of Star Wars Land. So, in any case, had to mention that. Had to. And beyond that, I think that's the news this week, unless there's anything you want to add.
Well, speaking of Star Wars, because... have they officially said they're going to open them both at the same time?
No, I think Disneyland will be first.
Because, they are motoring. The land is flat. Yep. And, it's crazy.
Yeah, my guess is same year. My guess is also we're probably 5 or 6 months earlier.
Yeah.
That's my guess. But we shall see. I'm sure they're going to plow down the streets of America real quickly. But, yeah. In any case, before I go, I want to thank a few people who left us 5-star reviews on iTunes. The CC101, thumbs up. Thanks for that awesome 5-star review. Maddie, hi Maddie, and thank you for an awesome 5-star review. Candace, who spells it Caandacee. Candace. Thank you for a 5-star review. If you want a shout out on the show, so easy. Go to iTunes, leave us a 5-star review, and you'll get a shout out. It's fantastic.
Do it.
But other than that, I think that means it's trivia time. So would you like to hit me first?
No.
You want me to hit you?
Yeah.
Fine. Earlier, we were talking about map projection on the Tree of Life and all that fun stuff. Do you happen to know what was the first use of projection mapping at a Disney park? And honestly, I believe anywhere.
It wasn't the first castle show, was it?
No, it was not. It was many, many years before that. And it's still used today.
Is it in an attraction?
It certainly is.
Is it in the East Coast or West Coast?
Both. When did I say you're going to be like, oh yeah, duh, but... I was surprised because I was trying to think what the first was, and I thought Small World.
Oh. Well, no. Is it projection mapping on a thing?
Okay, so the definition of projection mapping is essentially projecting on a non-flat surface. So a non-flat surface being projected on. Say it. What do you think?
Is it Buzz Lightyear?
It is not.
Because that's just a face.
It's earlier than that. It's way earlier.
Is it in Pirates?
It's not in Pirates. You're so close. Oh, come on. Whenever people talk about Pirates, what's the other attraction they always pair with it?
Something in Adventureland? Jungle Cruise?
Nope. Pirates was 1967. This one was 1969.
Haunted Mansion?
Haunted Mansion. When do we see projection mapping in there?
The ghosts?
Not the ghosts. So the ghosts are reflected off of glass, which is a flat surface. Plus, that's not even a projection. That's light.
Pepper's ghost.
Yeah.
Where? Oh, no.
Come on, say it.
No, that's not it.
We're so close.
I don't know where they do it.
The
busts.
The busts as well as Madame Leota in 1969. Yeah. Not the new Madame Leota. She's projected from within.
Yeah.
But originally when she didn't float, Yeah. 1969, Leota and the Best. Projection mapping is what it's called now when they project on a non-flat surface. Before that, it's been called spatial augmented reality as well as video mapping. Yeah, it's a good one, Ryan. I like that one. It's a fun trivia question. I liked it. Come on, that was a good one. I honestly thought, though, before I Googled it, I thought it would be the Christmas projection show on the front of It's a Small World here at Disneyland.
Castle projection shows before that.
Is it really? Oh, geez. I thought that Small World one was like super old. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Boom. What's my trivia?
We were talking about Rogue One.
Yes. Why do you ask me Star Wars trivia?
Because
I know one thing about
Star Wars.
I know one thing about Star Wars. If Chewbacca and Kylo Ren were in the same room together, one would murder the other.
Okay, well, this is more of not really. It's more of a visual trivia.
Okay.
If you watch the trailer.
Oh God! All right.
Well, you
I
asked,
saw it, but I wouldn't.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't study it.
There was one major thing in the Star Wars universe that wasn't shown in this trailer.
The Millennium Falcon? Like, what do you mean? We saw space. One major thing in the Star Wars universe: a lightsaber.
A lightsaber.
Boom!
There's no lightsaber in the Rogue One trailer. It doesn't mean there won't be any, but I highly doubt there will be because this is basically just like a rebel resistance cause.
I pulled that out of nowhere.
Darth Vader might have a lightsaber.
Yeah.
But no real Jedi.
Nice
stuff.
I'm proud of myself for that one.
Yeah, good job.
Good job, Jeff. Anyway, folks, that's going to do it for us this week. Of course, between episodes, you can connect with us on places like
YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, iTunes, SoundCloud, Instagram, our blog post on Tumblr.
That's it. And all of that can be found at DisneyCoastToCoast.com. Thanks for watching this week. We will see you next time. Have a fantastic week. Bye.
Thanks for listening to Disney Coast to Coast. Have a magical day.
Yeah.
Today, we're going to go on a little musical trip
Yeah?
with Disney.
Yeah.
And we're going to take a look at, hypothetical here.
Mm-hmm. Obviously.
We're thrown on an island.
Yes.
We're alone.
No Disneyland?
No Disneyland. But we're going really old school here. There's a CD player. Ooh. And we have 5 Disney soundtracks with us.